I'm Luke Justice, and if you don't tune in to Drinking and Moles, you're fixing to be cut.
This is Drinkin Atmos, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's also me. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin Atmos, where we don't quit. Drinkin Atmos, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, always a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Mo's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Mo's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody, welcome Drinking a Mo's. Big Mo here. You know the drill. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, helping us with that pain in the ass YouTube algorithm. I'm getting better with it, but it's still a pain in the ass. Don't forget about the audio platforms too. We're on most of the major ones anyways. Today, I'm excited. Ow, I just pinched myself with this thing. I'm excited to have with me Luke Justice. How you doing?
What's going on, buddy? Everything's going all right. How about yourself?
Oh, I can't complain. I told you, before we started recording, going on a little bit of a much needed vacation coming up. So that is, I'm looking forward to it. We're going to Colorado, and we're actually staying at the same cabin we stayed at the last time we were up there. It was still available, so it was like, yeah, screw it, why not? And yeah, I actually, as of this recording, my birthday was yesterday.
Well, happy late birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a good, relaxing day. Although my wife and I did end it with the Cole Swindell concert across town.
Oh, wow.
They have a amphitheater at this outside of this one casino, and went saw the show. We that Guy Fieri, the Flavortown guy, has a restaurant in the casino, and my wife knew I'd always wanted to try it out, so we ended up eating there before the show. So good little night. All right. Now, Lord knows I get on tangents on this show, but before I get on too big of a one here, first thing I'd like to start off with everybody with is what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make the leap into the business? Because I know you mentioned before about some of family history, so I imagine that played maybe a little bit of a factor
Oh
in it.
yeah, for sure. My granddad, he's been wrestling for 30 years here in the Mid South. Young age, I actually started like doing like training stuff at like the age of 8. So like I've been in the business for a while. Um, but yeah, just like seeing him do his thing, and then you know, just getting in there and roughing it up like I'm one of the guys.
Yeah.
That's something that really um, made me very passionate about wrestling.
Oh, I can
Just being
imagine.
a family business type thing.
Oh, I can definitely imagine that. I know me being a relatively, and I say relatively new father, I I take joy in when I'm holding my son and getting to watch a wrestling show. I
Yeah.
can only imagine having somebody in the business in the father role for you, getting to watch them. And I know if I were in that role, I'd be like just absolutely mesmerized, because I knew as a kid how mesmerized I got by the whole spectacle of it all. I
Right.
can only imagine seeing your dad in there get doing all of that.
Yeah, I'm a
Kind of
third
just
generation
amplified it.
wrestler. My granddad wrestled. My granddad's still wrestling today. Like, I'm still tagging with him on a couple shows and everything. My dad wrestled for 10 years. My godfather actually trained my granddad. He actually did a lot of like Smoky Mountain Wrestling and all that other.
Okay.
He actually had a tryout with ECW 3 days before they closed down.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they went and they closed down in 3 days. I have uncles and cousins, and it like I said, it's a family business.
Oh, yeah. No, much like the entrance music for Cody Rhodes starts out, wrestling has more than one royal family. It sounds like, you definitely got one of those families that definitely big in everything.
Oh yeah, I hope like when I have 3 children, I have two and then one on the way. I hope when they get 16, 17, they say, Dad, I want to do what you're doing, and I can pass on the knowledge that all of the guys I've been in the ring with, I could pass that
Right.
knowledge on to them to get them further ahead than I was.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I didn't
No,
really start taking it serious till I met Sting. So,
oh,
dude, yeah, I met Sting, and I've been to New Jersey. I'm actually going to Florida in a couple weeks. I was under mentorship under Sir Mo from Men on a Mission.
okay.
Um, Tommy Rich and Doug Gilbert, like those guys, we're all tight with them. So like it's I hope that like I said, I could pass on what they've passed on to me to them.
Oh, yeah. No, from the fandom aspect of it, I can relate. Obviously, I'm not gonna try. Gonna try not to be, you know, bummed out if my little guy ain't
Oh yeah.
ending up being a fan. But it's like, it's definitely gonna be a little bit of an added bonus, because I'm already thinking of, when he gets old enough to where he can actually, remember what's going on, you know, taking him to a show. And
Yeah,
yeah.
the stories draw them in. That's what I hope. Like they can actually realize what the stories are on the ring. It draws them in, and
Oh,
it'll be something. But whatever they decide to do with their lives when they get older, you know how it is. You got to support them either way. So
oh yeah. No, I'm definitely. I mean, he's my only one right now. So as
yeah,
I can definitely get that, supporting them no matter what they want to end up doing.
absolutely, absolutely.
So with all of that, good question that I've started asking since having my son is, I can imagine being an active in-ring competitor and balancing that with fatherhood. There's definitely an interesting deal trying to find that balance
Oh, it's
with the
hard
two.
sometimes. It's hard sometimes because like being out on the road, like I miss home. You know what I mean? I miss the all the yelling and the chaos, and so like
it,
I'm like, yeah, I got to get back home fast.
oh yeah, no, it's funny because I know I've had it just going to shows anywhere in the area. It's like, yeah, it's nice having, a child free evening.
Yeah.
But then once the child free evening's done, you're like, damn it, I just want to get home.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I I actually just had that conversation with somebody at a show here. Oh God, probably getting about a month ago now, where I I thought that I had seen them in the crowd, but then posts on social media confirmed it, and I just told them, yeah, I thought that was you, and I was gonna go say hi after the show, but you know, I enjoy my child free evenings, but when the
It's
show,
over, it's over.
yeah, when it's over, and I miss my boy, and I just want to get home.
Right.
Oh yeah, I know. Even just doing these recordings, I trying to find that balance can be a little tricky because what's going on this vacation. It's like I want to have so much done to where like I can just have it scheduled out, and all I need to do is pop on the show's page real quick and be like, boop, 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 done.
Right.
So I mean, crossing my fingers, I'm able to get all that done because with my ones the 2 days before I leave, I should be able to make it happen. So crossing my fingers.
Yeah,
So
I ran a podcast like a year ago. So and like I run my own wrestling show. Me and my granddad do. So yeah, trying to find that balance is it's crazy.
oh yeah, and it it definitely makes it a little easier to deal with when you're having fun with what you're doing because
Oh yeah.
with all of this and with the people I get to talk to and some of the names that I've had on that, like, if you would have told me when I started out that I would have had some of these people on, I would have been like, you're full of shit. Like, I remember getting invited to be a part of a fan fest at a show in St. Louis, which that in and of itself was wild when
Is it SICW?
it was actually Warrior Wrestling
Oh
they were based out of Chicago. I
yeah.
think they're still running stuff periodically under, and I could be wrong, Pro Wrestling Ventures now. But at the time, I had on the promoter a couple times, and he invited me down, and I just remember thinking, "Holy crap!" Seeing some of the names on the card, like Jeff Cobb, and now Bronson Reed, Lance Archer, so many people that I was just like, "Holy crap!" And then I gotta say, I actually one of my first like huge names was actually Bronson Reed at that show. Have it, I'll admit, walking up to him, damn imposing, like intimidating son of a
Oh yeah,
bitch.
I could imagine him being so big and everything.
And I was just like, thinking in my head, like, there's no way in hell he's gonna want to do this. And then he's like, a chunk of time from right after the fan fest ended to when he had to go backstage and like put his gear on. He's like, okay, you got this. And I'm like, sweet. And in my head, I'm freaking out, like, holy crap, this is happening. And then getting to talk with other people, like, oh, big Ring of Honor fan that I am. I actually got to have Carrie Silken on.
Oh wow.
That was wild. And then former Ring of Honor 6-man tag champ Dutch from The Righteous. That was fun and actually got me a little recognition from the late great Bray Wyatt. That episode right there got me recognized by Bray Wyatt, and I'm like, ew. So like having fun
Right.
makes some of the not having him right here with me worth it.
Right.
Now, I love hearing about when people are getting into training, because a lot of places, that first little bit is a very infamous time. Like, definitely a bit of a weeding out process. Like, who's
Yeah.
gonna want to actually put up with all of this to get to the part that they want to do?
Yep.
What was that like for you?
I've seen a lot of people come and go during that process.
Oh yeah.
Like I've always known that this is what I want to do. This is what I want to make my career out of. I want to support my family off of this, and hopefully one day that I can. But with training, I was just another one of the boys. I was getting tossed around and beat up, and yelled at. But I mean that's what sets out the good from the bad right there. You fucking tough it out. So excuse my language. I don't know if we can cuss on here or
Oh,
not.
you're fine. Lord
Okay.
knows I do it enough on this show. I mean, I told you about the time that I mistakenly didn't realize that the button hadn't pressed and just ended an episode with it. Fucking damn it. But yeah, it happens. But yeah, with that, seeing the people come and go, every time I hear anybody talk about it, I can kind of relate it back to when I was at basic training for the Navy. Because while the Navy, I considered it more of a, here's the whole language thing again, I considered it more of a mind fuck than anything. Like, there was the physical aspects, but I consider it more of a mind fuck. But like, the processing days before you get to like the actual meat and potatoes of it, oh boy, a lot of people filtered out. Like, I remember specifically watching somebody walk up to one of they're in the Navy, they're RDCs or recruit division commanders. But I remember seeing somebody walk up to one, and then later on, I never saw them again. Come to find out that they literally told that RDC that they didn't get allowed to go home, that they were going to off themselves there. So it was like, Lee. So yeah, filtering out people, because me, and I would like to think that if I entered pro wrestling training that I would treat it the same. That I'm like, once I got to a certain point, I'm like, man, I got this far, screw it, I'm going the rest of the way with it.
Yeah, like the first 6 months, it was just tearing down and setting up every single weekend. And I finally I was like, when can I actually do these? It's like, you just gotta play. You just gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I want to get to the fun stuff. Everybody does, of course,
Yeah.
but you gotta. It's a lost art. Paying dues nowadays. It's
Yeah.
definitely a lost art. Nobody really wants to. Everybody wants to work, but don't want to put in the work.
Oh yeah. No, there's definitely a lot of that out there. I know. For me though, I hadn't done any of this in a while, but periodically I would help with setting up and tearing down before shows. And excuse me, I love my Dr. Pepper, but it gives me the burps like crazy. But I honestly loved a lot of that, setting up, because
it teaches you respect about it.
Oh, for sure, it definitely does. And then there's something satisfying about seeing a completely unset up venue, and then once everything's set up, the entrance is all done up and the chairs are all out there, and then you see the crowd filtering, and there's something just satisfying about
Oh yeah.
knowing when you helped set up everything. That's how I felt about it anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I totally agree.
So Southeast independent scene, we talk, about setting up and the training. Not, I mean, wrestling training in general is infamous, but the Southeast in particular has been somewhat infamous for the old school mentality of a lot of it, which I kind of enjoy. I love that old school smash mouth, just knock the snot out of you style. That intensity, I just love it. And the Southeast independent scene is definitely filled with a lot of it. And
Oh yeah.
I know you talked about going down to Florida here soon, and I've had some of the people involved in this promotion that I've seen advertised on social media for you, but excuse me again. Atomic Legacy Wrestling.
Yep.
They are consistently bringing in like huge names, like completely huge. I know the event poster I saw on Facebook for, I believe it's the
27th.
The 27th, yes, where
Yep.
there's like Nick Nemeth, Matt Cardona, at least
Shelton
2/3
Benjamin.
of the Hurt Syndicate. You got Mr.
Kenta.
Anderson. You got ICP. It's like, holy crap.
So much opportunity is going to be there. That's like, and then the battle royal that he's doing, like a lot of people should jump on that. There's an opportunity down there that's like, I went down there. I was like, hey, I can come down, whatever. I'm not in this. I am. It's a business. I'm in it for the money, but going down there and having the opportunities to be in the locker room with the guys that have been there, that have done it, that are fucking making millions at it. That's a blessing and an honor right there within itself.
Oh, most definitely. And, a lot of those initial opportunities, I know I've definitely seen it happen, especially on the independent scene, come from those battle royals. You get that initial eyes on you and, make a good enough impression in there. And then, making a good enough impression both during and, the whole process throughout the day, that just opens up everything.
Yep. And like I went down there last month and I drove 15 hours.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I drove 15 hours. Me and my dad did. My dad's never been to Florida, so I was like, "Hey, you want to go? You can see the ocean. You can meet, meet all these guys." And like Till Piper's there, Shannon Moore, Odyssey. What's his name? He used to come out with Apollo Crew. Apollo Crews, big
Odyssey,
guy.
Odyssey Jones, was it?
Yeah, I know Odyssey Jones. Yeah, he was there. But then the guy that came out with Apollo Crews, I can't remember his name. He used to play like semi-pro football, and
oh, I know the guy you're talking about. I just can't remember the guy's name. I do know the guy you're talking about though. Yeah.
Yeah, so like we're down there, like I was quote unquote shooting the shit with all those guys, and like different atmosphere than where I'm at here, like because I'm in Missouri, so it's like so much animosity is here. But when you go down there, it's like peaceful. There's nobody bats an eye. Everybody's respectful. It kind of feels like home.
Nice. Yeah, it's always nice when you get a place like that because not just in the independent scene, but hell, you get it pretty much anywhere you go anymore. There just seems to be a lot of Words are hard. A lot of animosity.
Yep, it's a
In a lot
cutthroat
of
business.
Oh yeah,
Definitely. I have a lot of respect for Alex Red, and Jason Dugan down there. They
I've
they run
actually I've actually had Jason on the show a while back, and
they run a very very tight ship, and it's a good thing too. Like
oh
they have
yeah,
such fucking good product down there,
oh
and they're
yeah,
trying to give opportunity out every single time they run.
oh yeah. I definitely get a good impression from them, and seeing the footage that I get to see is, I mean, the podcast, I do have to watch a ton of wrestling, so I don't get to catch everything right off the bat, but
Right.
a lot of the footage that I get to see from them, oh man, from production to social media posts where the
He
the
is
little videos that they put together, just amazing.
the footwork that Alex does is so amazing. It's a lost art. Like he works late at night, and when he gets off, he'll be like 2 or 3 in the morning, and he'll be flying. He'll put out 400 or 500 flyers at night, and I'm like, I don't see how you do it, but that's just what you got to do to get people in the door.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a hard business to thrive in, but when you
Oh yeah,
can, oh boy, is
yeah.
it
I
fun.
run I run my own show here in Arkansas. Well, in Arkansas, it's right up the road. I run my own show and everything. So yeah, I've it's really hard to get people in the door, especially when it's so oversaturated. It's not a bad thing, but it is because like you'll have every 5 minutes somebody will be running, and like it gets so frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah, there's pluses and minuses to having so much out there, because it does give more of an opportunity to people to be like, okay, well, I want to be there, but I can get an opportunity here and maybe get there later.
Yeah,
Definitely, I can see it, that being a benefit, but then
you have your cons where like if you have a bad show that's 5 minutes on the road and they like it's their let's say it's their first show and they have 300 people and it's a bad show, then 300 people aren't going to go to wrestling ever again because like oh that's a shit show. So imagine what this is going to be right down the road and this is going to be
oh yeah,
it all play it's all a game.
oh yeah, it can definitely be that where you have that, or you put on the good show, and those
Yep.
people leave thinking, holy crap, I got to be here next time, and even more so, I got to bring more people with me.
Yep.
It can be a bit of a double-edged sword. Now, another place that I saw advertised for you, and kind of rewind here, a thing that I'm still loving about doing this podcast is I'm still learning, even almost 370 episodes in now. Excuse me. Love learning about new promotions, new areas. So, one place that I might not be as familiar with, but I love introducing, because I got a wide audience. MCW for you. What's up there? Because I've
Um,
seen quite a few advertisements for there. So for people outside of that area, what's up there?
MCW has been running for 30 years. Moondog Spot. It's originally Moondog Spot's place of training, and in his place, it was took over by LaFont Latham, which he's in and out every once in a while. The Clapp brothers have took it over now. Harry and David and Carl. They run down here. It's been running for 30 years. Family friendly place. They're always packing it out 250, maybe 300 people every single Friday, no matter what's going on in town. So But yeah, it's a very that's home. That is home. Like I've been there since I was 16. I've wrestled when I was 16.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's been home for a while. Like we've had our ups and downs, but those guys, I love them to death and wouldn't trade it for anything.
Oh, yeah. No, every family has their ups and downs.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Family doesn't get along 100%, 100% of the time.
Yep.
Definitely. Now, you brought up something that I just got me thinking. That I know back when when I got introduced to independent wrestling when I was stationed with the Navy, was I had the impression of people starting training at the very least after high school, like 18 plus. But I'm hearing more and more about people getting started earlier and earlier. Like,
Yep.
and there's like notable examples out there of people that have done that, from, you know, oh, AEW All In, having guys like Nick Wayne or
Billy
uh,
Starks is another one.
Billy Starks, perfect
I
example, and past guest of the show,
I
perfect example of that.
my granddad, he wrestled on a couple shows that she was on when she was like 13, 14, 15, like in that area. And she's been fucking killing it. I
Oh,
actually I connected with her back at this reconnected with her back at the GCW show that was in Little Rock. I gave her the rundown. I was like, "Hey, my granddad's wrestled a couple times on like shows that you've been on." She's like, "Who's that?" I mentioned, like, "Yeah, I remember him." Tell him I said, "Hey, it's kind of cool reconnecting with people like that you've seen before." And and all the luck to her. She is so freaking wonderful
oh,
in the ring.
oh yeah. And I brought it up multiple times when it comes to her, that just look at everything she's already accomplished
Just imagine what's in the future for her.
in the future, and like when she gets to the point of thinking about retiring. Just imagine where if she stays healthy and continues on the path that she's been on, man,
Yep.
when she gets to the point of thinking about retiring, man.
Like AJ the Future from Texas, he's another one that started at like 12. I have a like on my show, I have a couple kids that are like 10, 11, 12. Their dad wrestles and their mom wrestles. They're like little brothers to me. Fully trained. They get a lot of shit for wrestling, but my thing is, like, if it's keeping them off the streets, keeping them healthy, keeping them in good shape, then if they're wanting to learn and actually do something to make a career out of it, then I say let them do it, because at the end of the day, what are we losing? What are we gaining from saying, hey, they can't do what they love? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I completely get you. If it keeps them out of trouble, because Lord knows there's all sorts of trouble. God dang, making myself feel old here, but all sorts of trouble. Teenagers and younger can get into anymore. That if they find something that they are happy with and it keeps them out of trouble,
Yeah.
what's the harm in it?
Yep.
As long as they're being safe about it, what's the damn harm in it?
Right.
I
Like I
completely.
brought in what's her name? Markova. Natalia Markova, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's her name. Brian Otto one time, and the kids wrestled, and they were recording it, like sending it to their students in the school, and like guys from NWA, like, look at this shit. They're like, it's fucking badass. So like, like Brian, he's a big thing back in Florida and like NWA. He's over like getting the venues and shit like that. So having somebody do that at one of my shows, like towards 10, 11, and 12-year-olds, like that's something I'll forever cherish. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because he could have been an asshole and be like, blah, 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 but he wasn't. You know how
oh
it
yeah.
goes.
Oh yeah. No, I totally get it. And it's just something, getting a start that young and getting the experience started at that age. And
Yep.
if they stay healthy and they stick with it, man, by the time they get to, get out of high school and, get through where a lot of people think of actually starting,
They'll be
man,
way ahead of the game.
oh yeah, way ahead of the game.
See, I didn't start. I didn't start actually realizing and taking it serious until I was about 20. Yeah, 20. So a couple years ago, I was like, I got something here, so I'm just gonna stop being an idiot and just roll with it. Which
Okay.
we all know at young ages. At the young age, we all do stupid stuff. We all
Yeah.
make our mistakes, and I don't regret them because they've taught me a lot of lessons. I've got humbled. I've got humbled several times, and I'm thankful for everybody that's done it. That's helped me because that's like helping me catch wind. Like the old saying is, they catch more honey, more bees with honey than they do vinegar. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely heard a lot of that. Yeah. I know
this is
I've
the most talkative I've been on a podcast. So
all right. So I have two categories here. First one's a bit of a name game where I name off some people. You give me some quick thoughts on them. And with some of the images that you have sent me and I have seen through, footage and social media, I'm like, I try to theme each of these name games towards my guests. So it got me thinking. I definitely got the cowboy vibe off of the everything. So each of these guys at one point or another had a bit of a cowboyish persona. So give you the name, first thought that pops into your head. First one, I feel like he's, yeah, words are hard. Wow. My son has been teething, so a little bit of a lack of sleep lately. But the first one, I would definitely put him under the list of one of the toughest sons of bitches all time in professional wrestling, the late great Terry Funk.
oh, Terry, my gosh, most hardcore motherfucker I know. Yeah, he definitely was a hardcore motherfucker. Toughest, yeah, definitely one of the toughest son of a bitches. So he's
Oh
up
yeah.
on my list. He's like 5 or 4. So
Oh yeah. And man, like I said, the old school smash mouth style that's still evolving with the times and going with, ECW, where, he had a little bit more of the, for at the time, modern style, but taking what he had. And it's often been said, there wouldn't really be an ECW as we know it without Terry Funk. All right.
oh, Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh God, I man, I remember watching Raw when that debuted and seeing him coming through the wood box with the chainsaw cutting out the way out. I'm like, what the heck is this? But and then going from there and rewatching some of the other footage of him. Oh God.
Not too long ago, I actually had a sit down with Tommy Rich, and we talked about Terry Funk for like 25 minutes. So
Nice. I've been lucky enough to, through certain guests that have dealt with some of these names and getting to, hear stories from them. I'm like, man, you colored me jealous because one of my all-time favorites, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I've often said, and I've had people that have actually met him. I'm like, man, you just made me jealous, because I've often said that if I ever actually got to get him on the podcast, I'm like, just no more after that. How am I gonna top, in my head? How the hell am I gonna top that? For me, anyways.
Right.
All right. Next up, he doesn't go by a cowboyish persona now, but when he was one half of the Smoking Guns, he sure did. Now, talking about daddy ass Billy Gunn.
Billy is the most. He's one of the most underrated talents for sure.
Totally.
I actually met him when I was 8, 9. Most humble guy ever. I actually got a picture with him somewhere. Him and Road Dogg. They come over to Tennessee. My granddad was wrestling at the time, and I actually met both of them.
Nice.
Most humble guys ever.
Oh man, before he got before Road Dogg got rehired by WWE, I had actually been talking with him about coming on, but then he got rehired by WWE, and they have their policies on reaching out to here or there for getting their people. And yeah, that I did, however, have he's back there now himself, but a guy that used to co-host the Oh You Didn't Know podcast with Road Dogg, Ryan Katz. You got to have him on a while back, and that was fun. You got to talk a lot of memories to wrestling with him. Now, you mentioned you had met Billy Gunn before. This next person I've actually met at one point, and he was a fun dude to chat a little bit with. The Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm.
I met James several times. I like to say James is hard of hearing sometimes, because when I met him, I actually I seen him in Memphis wrestling. It's been a couple months back, and I went and reintroduced myself and everything. He was like, "Huh? What? Huh?" So I get real close. Like, my name's Luke Justice. But yeah, dude, he is one of the most underrated guys too. Very, very, very talented.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
I actually was supposed to wrestle him. It's been a couple months back, but I had to. I was booked somewhere else. They were like, "Hey, we're going to bring you in," which is MCW. They were like, "Hey, we're going to bring James in. You're going to work him." And I was like, "I'm already booked that date somewhere else." And I was like, "Fuck."
Oh man, yeah. Hey, that happens in the world of independent wrestling.
Yeah, I was booked on the show that night with Crazy Steve and Jeremiah Plunkett, which I've known Plunky forever. My granddad actually came up in the business with him, so
nice. Crazy Steve, yeah, that guy, he's entertaining. I was trying to remember who. I've met a few people that have worked with him through Sammy Callahan's promotion, Revolver.
Yeah,
they're branching out now, but they had primarily kind of flip-flop between Dayton, Ohio, and Des Moines, Iowa. And Des Moines, Iowa is literally maybe 2 hours from me. So I'm like, oh shit, that ain't too bad of a drive. So I frequent there as much as I can. And I mean, Sammy Callahan has ties to TNA, and Crazy Steve having been a fixture of there for as long as he had been. Definitely great memories, I'll just say that. I lost my train of thought there for a second. Good Lord, the amount that that happens on this show and some of the tangents I get on.
Anyway, it really is a small world though. If you couldn't think about it, like every single like one of these people, like I mean, I get it. Like some people don't get the honor of meeting them or anything, but when you do meet them, and you're like, hey, I know them, and them, like, oh yeah, we know them too. And then it's just a small world when it comes to that.
Oh yeah, nope. I definitely had a little bit of that with the podcast and getting to actually meet some of the people that I've had on. It's always a pleasure actually getting to meet somebody either, well, mostly before. Wow, words are freaking hard tonight. Meeting them after having them on, because just chatting about what they've been up to since and all that is fun. All right, last but not least, for the name game category here, I mentioned, Terry Funk being one of those toughest sons of bitches categories. This guy definitely could be right up there with him. Stan Hansen.
That's number one for me. I love Stan Hansen. I enjoyed like going back and watching his stuff when he tagged with Gordy, because oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine being in the ring with them two, and them two like legit killing people. Like not like figuratively, but like he's definitely up in the list with Terry Funk. He's my number one. So
where you watch them hitting somebody and you're like, oh god, they're dead.
Oh yeah, I like when him and I rewatched his and Vader's match when he popped Vader's eyeball out.
Oh,
like holy shit! Like they were killing each other.
Oh yeah, Vader's right up. Oh god. Funny enough, trying to keep my son entertained, probably won't even remember watching any of this, but Disney Plus and having Boy Meets World on there and watching some of the stuff where Vader pops up in there, I'm like, dude, I remember that episode.
What was he on? What he was on? It's an old like military movie. Vader popped up. I can't think of the name of it.
The military-ish movie that I can remember a wrestler popping up was actually the one that I can remember was actually Bam Bam Bigelow in
Bigelow.
Major Pain.
Major Pain. I don't know why I said Vader. I don't know why I was thinking Vader.
Two of the great big men in the business definitely had very similar styles and definitely very both of them very, very agile for the big guys.
Yep. They're the ones that put the big guys on the mark for sure.
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Now I have some random questions, some wrestling related, some not, some nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far. Why it's random. So first one, so when I give you the question, first answer that pops into your head. First one, craziest in-match moment for you.
Oh. Well, there's been a lot. Maybe when I was doing some tag stuff one time. And I was just like breaking in, and they were like, "You want to be a test dummy?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I got like a double concussion, took like an F5 and all types of stuff. And I'm like, "Yeah, not doing that again. Not doing that again." Yeah, not doing that shit again. Dumb stuff. And I wrestled with it for like 2 months.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it was dumb. I was young and dumb.
Yeah. Oh God, I can only imagine. I know. I've been able to be witness to some crazy in-match moments at a lot of the shows that I've been to, including, well, another one that put wrestling in the Omaha, Nebraska area on the map for a little bit. Back when Moxley and Adam Copeland were having their feud, and they had the street fight where the nail board spot came into play.
Oh, that was a rough one. That was a rough one.
That was here in Omaha, and I was third row right next to the entrance.
That's a rough one.
It literally happened right in front of me.
I do have another one that is wild. I wrestled a little trash bag show one time. It's funny, trash bag. And there was two guys that were really, really drunk off their asses. And these other two guys are old school. And went to throw one of them out of the ring, and he completely missed the second rope and landed like neck head straight down. Got back up, said, he said that my damn arm has popped out of place. My shoulders popped out of place. Went to the locker room, pulled it back out, went back out there, wrestled again, and did the same exact thing. Missed the rope. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to take this home. We're just going to take this home.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, you might as well.
I was begging. I was doing like a little special ref thing, and I was like, please hit me. Please hit me. I will call it right now. Please hit me.
Oh, yeah. No, oh God, yeah. At that point, find some way to take it home after that.
Yep.
Like one time is crazy enough, but two
did the same exact thing. The second time,
exact thing. That's just nuts. All right, mention about me going on vacation here a couple days now led me to think of this question. Dream vacation for you?
Japan.
Oh, that would be, yeah, that's right up there for me, for like not just for, wrestling related thing, because yeah, I would love to go to a show over there, but ever since I was deployed and we just anchored a little bit off of Japan for a little bit, some people got to go on shore. I wasn't one of them. And ever since then, I'm like, damn it, I want to go to freaking Japan.
Yeah, it's always in my, like not even wrestling related. Like, I've always wanted to go, like, Japan and, like, UK and, like to explore these places. I mean, I'm pretty sure that one day once hopefully I get signed to somewhere, maybe they'll send me there, because there's so much history. There's so much history everywhere that probably, like, you could probably walk on it and just feel like you remember the Titans?
Oh,
when I went to Gettysburg, and like whenever you're watching it, you can feel the raw emotion that's coming from it. Like when he's speaking, like I feel like if I went to all these places, like, and I stepped on it, you could feel it.
Oh yeah, I've experienced that in a few of the places that I've been to. Like I've been pretty lucky, both traveling with the Navy and without it, but like in particular with the Navy, like on deployment, one of the places that definitely did that for me was getting to go to Israel for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And like having been raised in a Catholic family, I'm not so much a practicing Catholic right now, but I remember coming home and going to church with my parents, and like, the Stations of the Cross around the walls of the church, and talking with the priest afterwards and be like, yeah, I can't look at those the same anymore, because I'd be like, been there, seen that one, I remember that spot.
Right.
And then
that's another place I've always wanted to go to, Israel, because I want to like, I was raised in Uh, they jump. They do backflip over pews. What are they
Oh,
called?
Pentecostal?
Yes, I was raised in a Pentecostal church. So like once I got older and started realizing that women started realizing that women, I stopped going. But like I wish that like I can go over there and feel that, so I can come back and be like, I want to
Maybe,
go back. I want to get back in it.
yeah, maybe when it calms down a little bit over there.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah, for sure, yeah, for sure.
Because hell, I remember when I was over there getting to go on a tour over to Jerusalem, and the first thing when we got on the bus was, "We're not expecting any rocket attacks today." I'm like,
What?
That's what you're leading off with?
Wow,
Okay.
that's
But
wild.
the other one that made me think about was actually uh, Pearl Harbor.
Oh wow.
I've got to step foot on that base like a good 2 or 3 times throughout my time in the Navy, and just thinking about everything that was going on the day of that incident, and just
Right,
thinking like I am literally walking on ground that all of that happened on, was just insane.
right.
All right. Now, next to deal with either a least favorite or a favorite thing. This first one of the two, Lord knows with the bit of a belly that I got on me, I'm not exactly a picky eater, but I definitely have my foods that I'm like, nope,
I
don't even do it. Least favorite food of yours?
sushi.
Okay, I I used to be a sushi hater.
I can't do it. Ugh, I can't do it.
There's some rolls that at certain places that my wife has gotten me into that I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Maybe because I go to like gas station and get it, but that's besides the
Oh
point.
god, oh no, I'm not messing with that.
Maybe
No,
that's besides.
I'm not messing with the gas station sushi. No, no, that like if we're talking about gas station sushi, yeah, no, don't even hand it to me. I will toss it out the damn window. Other than other than that, for me, and I get shit about this a lot. One, deviled eggs. I can't.
Oh my
I
gosh, I love deviled eggs.
I don't know if, for me, I don't know if it's a texture thing. I just can't do it.
Like when my grandparents make it, I feel like they make the best deviled eggs. I know they do. I know you just boil them, that's all. But
Uh, oh,
like when they make them, oh my gosh,
and I'll leave it open to, maybe I just haven't had.
good deviled eggs.
Maybe I just haven't. I'll leave it open to that. Other than that, peas.
Yeah, I can't do peas.
If they're by themselves, peas by themselves, no, don't even. I don't want them on my plate. Just get them away from me. Now, if they're mixed in with like a casserole or like a chicken pot pie or something, where there's like other stuff in with it, it's like, okay, I can deal with it.
Yeah, I can't do peas at all either.
Oh, peas by themselves, no, don't
My
even.
wife tries to put them on my plate all the time. I'm like, let me go ahead and just scoop these to the kiddo. Maybe he'll eat them.
That, or you got a dog like I do that, like you go to sit at the table and he's just sitting there waiting for something to drop, and you're just like, eh,
Scoop it off.
little bit at a time, where it's like they don't really notice that there's not the whole amount that they put on your plate on there. Just, nah. No, I can relate to that. All right, now with the name of a show like I have, I feel like I have to have this question in here. Favorite drink, alcoholic or otherwise, or both? Because I try to tell people, just because it says drinking at Moe's does not mean that it has to be alcoholic.
I was gonna bring my Crown Royal on here, but I didn't know if I
Okay.
was allowed to.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
But
I'm
yeah, I'm a Crown Royal guy. I like Fireball. There's one time where like I went through like 3 gallons of Fireball in one setting.
oh jeez.
Yeah, like and by the second one, I mean I wasn't drunk at all. Like I was just like taking big swigs, and then the third one it hit me. I was done.
Oh yeah, no, I
I
imagine.
can't do clear. I can't do like tequila. I call it to kill me. I can't do that. I can't do tequila.
No,
I,
tequila is definitely one of those that it's like you either love it or you hate it.
clear vodka. I can't do clear vodka. I can't do. It's just like Bacardi and Amsterdam, and I there's a guy that I know. He drinks it straight,
Oh,
like straight out of the bottle. I'm like, how are
yeah.
you doing that? Like it's literally like it tastes like rubbing alcohol.
So I've definitely had liquor that it literally tastes like friggin' I just swallowed a bottle of rubbing alcohol. I've
Yeah.
definitely I don't like that. No. Although bringing up whiskey, I actually just had this last night at that Guy Fieri's place that for the concert. They had this drink that I'm like, I'm not normally much of a peach drinker, but they had this peach whiskey sweet tea that I'm like, that just sounds too damn good not to try.
Yeah, it does.
And it was freaking delicious. And my wife actually had some spiked lemonade that it's like it had a Tito's vodka in it, but you could not tell that there was freaking vodka in it. Like those are the drinks, the mixed drinks are freaking dangerous. Where it's like the liquor in it's so smooth that you can't tell that there's liquor in the damn drink.
Right.
Yeah, gotta be careful. I know I've had a few margaritas like that. Oh, I love a good margarita, but yeah, you got to be careful sometimes. All right, now last but not least, here, best advice you have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
Uh, Ears open, mouth shut. Take anything and everything that you can with a grain of salt. It's just wrestling. You can't take it serious. I mean, we're all here to have fun, make a little extra money, make sure everybody's home safe.
You know, nope, I get you there. Yeah,
Um,
definitely great advice for pretty much anywhere you go, really.
just life. Like, don't give up because if you give up, you'll never know how far you can get.
Oh yeah,
Um,
like oh god, it makes me think of this picture I've seen. It kind of demonstrates that where like there's like part of the picture is like this big like pit of like gold or something, and then there's two people on two different levels. One, they're both digging towards it, but in the picture, one person's walking back, like all defeated. The other person is like just about there to like one more hit. And it just makes you think if that other person wouldn't have given up, they'd be right there with them, if not making it before they do.
there's a quote that I go by in wrestling. Just because you're not my friend or my associate doesn't mean that I still don't want you to eat. I just don't want you eating off my table.
I like it. I like it. Because,
Yep.
yeah,
There's
it's,
always snakes in the grass everywhere you go, but you just gotta sometimes walk right by without making a sound.
oh, yeah. That and going into what you said there, you know, just because you don't like them doesn't mean you don't want them to eat. You just get your own damn plate and go somewhere else with it.
Yep.
No, I can get you there. All right. That is about all I have. But before we go, where can people find you social media wise so if they don't already have their eyes on you, they can go ahead and get them there?
I have Facebook. It's under Luke Justice. I'm the man of many Facebooks, but just follow them all and You can see where I'm at. I'm on Instagram under the Last Outlaw LJ. You can follow me on Twitter at the Last Outlaw LJ also. I have a YouTube. It's under the official Luke Justice page. Keep up to date on all that. And any of my I got shows coming up. Just if you want to follow me and catch me at them, keep up my stuff, share it. Like I said, if you just because you don't like me, don't mean that you still don't want me to eat. You know what I mean? You can still share my stuff and get it out there.
Oh yeah.
So
All
yeah,
right.
that's where all you can catch me at.
All right. We'll
And
get
here
all
at drinking. What is it? Drinking with Mo.
Drinking
Yeah,
at Moe's.
drinking at Mo's. Yeah, you can catch me right here at drinking at Mo's too.
Hell
Go
yeah.
follow them.
And for other people out there that, yeah, I am a Simpsons fan, but the name of the show wasn't a complete reference to the Simpsons. But yes, the reference has been made more than once. Oh God, that'll get me on a whole nother tangent. So
you can also follow my Wildcard Wrestling page. I mean, that's where you can keep up with all of my shows that I run once a month. So
definitely
and all my talent that's going to be there. So
definitely do that as well. Well, that is about all I have. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure, and you're welcome back anytime.
Oh, thank you. It's like I said, it's been fun. This is the most talkative I've been on a podcast ever. So
I tend to have the ability to
bring more out of people.
For the most part. I've definitely had a few that not so much.
Right.
But all right, that is about all I got. Now, here my issue with this fucking button again.